And so the Rotax Junior Max pre-final here at the Rotax Max Grand Festival of 2018 go out for their warm-up lap. It's Mads Rees at the front of the order for this one, alongside Teresa Babikova, starting on the outside of the front row for the first time this weekend. Stefan Fortbauer will be in third alongside Kristin Kuipers, that's row 2. Revez Leventi and Slavik Pushatin on row 3. Kataro Marai and Dawid Mazlakovic on row 4, while rounding out the top 10 we have Adrian Dobric and Georgi Zouan. Mikus Javiks and Donny Holt on row number 6. Rasmus van Delbo and Kamal Agha on row number 7. And the final row, Mihai Reesmunchen and Nolan Seagal. So 16 karts for this one. Again, I remind you that this pre-final, in essence, does the job of a qualifying session. It determines the grid for the final. But instead of just doing a race against the clock, we form the grid with more races, and that's the way it should be. So Mads Rees on the front row in the green and white 205 kart. 215 of Teresa Babikova alongside him. And she'll have to contend with Stefan Fortbauer, starting from the inside of row number 2. And so, rolling start, and we are underway. And as expected, Mads Rees leads off, Fortbauer into second. Teresa Babikova holds on to third position. So Rees, Fortbauer, Babikova, the top 3. More jostling further down the order. All 16 drivers through the first section of the lap well and with no dramas. Mads Rees already with a slight gap. Teresa Babikova on the attack there. Fortbauer under pressure. In return, they both have Leventi for company. Kuipers in 5th, a little way further back. But looks like we may have the story of the race on the books already. Mads Rees at the front of the order by a second already. That's we've seen Mads Rees build a gap immediately and run away with the race so many times this weekend already, and it looks as though it's going to be Fortbauer, Babikova and Leventi fighting for second. We'll take our primary focus for the time being. Kuipers there or thereabouts as well in the 214. Slight gap emerging between Fortbauer and now Leventi as Babikova gets dispatched around the first turn. Great move up the inside there from Leventi. So Fortbauer with a slight cushion now. Leventi in 3rd, Babikova in 4th. Don't think she'll take that lying down. Kuipers in 5th position. Through they go once more. 1.4 seconds between Rees and Fortbauer. Fortbauer in second. May try and chase Mads Rees down. Will he have the raw pace to do it? We will see. Babikova in 4th with Kuipers in 5th then. The remainder of the top 10 in one long line. Good undercut move there further back in the pack. 1.4 seconds last time by. It'll be interesting to see what the gap is between Rees and Fortbauer this time. Is it going up or is it going down? I'd rather suggest it's going up, but we'll see. Indeed it is, 1.5, so another 10th gained by Mads Rees that time. This battle continues. We're looking there at the 208 of Kotaro Murai, being pursued by Pushatin in the 212. Not being pursued anymore because Slavik Pushatin, makes the move at the hairpin for 6th position, dispatches Murai. And seems to have held on to it. Contact further back off camera. Oh, there they are, actually. You got a brief look at them there. The two drivers are going to be further down the order now. We'll see who they are once they've crossed the line. Which was Zuan and Holtz, actually. So the 323 and the 202, both further down the order. That's unfortunate for them. That will obviously compromise their final later on. Mads Rees now 1.8 seconds clear at the front. We continue to follow on camera the 212 and the 208. Further back there we look to the 333 in 9th place. That is Dobrich. Just ahead of his Jazovic. Jazovic the 210. Mads Rees 2 seconds clear now. Voigtbauer in turn has half a second over Leventi. Leventi 2/10 quicker than Voigtbauer last time. That could yet go down. Babakova holding steady in 4th. And here's our 6th place driver behind Christian Kuipers, Pushatin. It looks as though the 255 of Dawid Maslakwish is potentially lining up some moves further back. However, we look now to this battle for 2nd, well picked up by our camera crew there. The battle for 2nd is indeed closing up. And it's the 246 of Voigtbauer being pressured by Leventi, the 203. Leventi looking down to his engine there. Hopefully all is okay. Lap 8 of 15 then. There goes Rees through shot. There's Voigtbauer with Leventi directly behind. A bit of a gap then to Babakova in 4th. And Kuipers seemingly not able to close up on Babakova for 5th. Or from 5th rather. Lap 9 of 15. Gap between Rees and Voigtbauer going up. Voigtbauer noticeably taller than most of the drivers in this race. We spoke about that a little yesterday as well, but he's exceedingly tall watching him on the pre-grid. I have to talk to Alexander Wirtz, who's in the paddock, about that one. I'm sure he'll find some sympathy there. Wirtz, one of the taller drivers in recent Formula One history. Voigtbauer, Leventi, Teresa Babakova and Kuipers are top 5, following Mads Rees. There's Voigtbauer. Taro Murai under pressure further back for 7th still. Still holding station for now though. Leventi seemingly plateaued a bit here. Here's Kotaro Murai once more. Still holding station in 7th place. Pushatin in 6th. Not really got away from them. Catch up with them again a little later. Mads Rees has found his pace out front and is now just holding station at 2.5 seconds clear of Voigtbauer. But that's more than enough to secure pole position for the final. Voigtbauer there in 2nd, and Mads Rees, as I said, 2.5 seconds clear. Scored a victory in the Euro Trophy here at Speed World last week. The Eastern Austrian venue. Near Vienna and even closer to Bruck and Delita. The 277 on camera, that's Arga in 11th. Under pressure from Von Delbo, but We head back towards the front of the order. Actually, no, we switch back. Still following that battle towards the mid-pack. So the field's starting to string out a bit for this one. It's one of the more spread out races that we've seen this weekend. Still some positions that could change. Primarily, as we've just seen here, Kuipers in the 2:14 under pressure from Pushatin, who has, since getting up to 6th place, excelled himself pace-wise. If we can look to that battle for 6th, that would be good to see, because that's one of the closest ones left on track. Battle for 5th place, rather, pardon me. There they are, going through the hairpin. Yellow flags out for Siegel, I believe, who has come to a halt there in the exit of one of the turns in the 2:11, unfortunately. We wait for the 4th position. There they are, coming through the final turn now, waiting for the 5th position, I apologise. Kuipers still in 5th, Pushatin in 6th. Has gradually reeled in Kuipers. Now on the penultimate lap is looking racy. This is where he made his last move at the hairpin. He's not close enough this time by any means. Still had a half nibble to the inside there. Ever ambitious in the 2:12. You can see Kuipers has now realised that Pushatin is that close. Now, has that gone to his head? We will see. Voigtbauer still second. I think Leventi's not going to be able to challenge. We'll see them go through the hairpin. Hopefully we see Kuipers again in a moment. It looks like they're quite close in that battle for 5th. Here's 2nd and 3rd. They come through. Venti looking close. Can he do anything? No, he cannot. No question over who's going to win this, though. Mads Rees. And there we saw, at the death there, we saw a move there from Leventi. I didn't even know that was an overtaking opportunity, but Stefan Voigtbauer got through, got past by Leventi there. So it's Rees from Leventi, from Voigtbauer, from Babikova, Kuipers. Pushatin didn't quite manage to get past Kuipers for 5th in the eventuality. Mazlakovic in 7th, Murai in 8th, Dobrich in 9th, and Aga in 10th. Our top 10. No question over the winner, though. Mads Rees, we see him on screen, wins yet another race. He's won every single race so far this weekend in the Junior Max. Leventi with that brilliant move at the last moment, catching me by surprise with the TMS Racing Team entry. Voigtbauer, Babikova and Kuipers, the rest of our top 5.